Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode here in my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. If you're new here, if you just connected now, my name is Erica. I am an expat living here in the Maldives. And if you've been following me for quite a while, hello. It's been a while. It's been a month, yeah. The last time I posted a video was in May, and now it's July. So I've been dead for a month, and I think this is the time that I can finally share my story, and I finally got the courage and the confidence to be in front of the camera again and talk about what happened. So trigger warning, it's another Me Too story. So for those who are my friends on Facebook and on Twitter, you guys might have already knew what happened. It takes a lot of courage to share it because, you know, like, I'm always the kind of person who wants to escape or wants to just deal with it. I mean, not in a way that not dealing with it. Okay, I really don't know how to share it. It's very sensitive. All right, without further ado, here is the story. On the way home, I passed by this guy, a man, just an ordinary man that you pass across the street, you know, like just one of those very ordinary people. He was wearing like a security guard uniform, so alright, chill. Tapos if you're living here in Male, you will know that the streets are very like narrow, especially the sidewalks. So I was walking through the sidewalk, and the guy was also walking through the sidewalk. In fact, the sidewalk can only occupy one person, but if like two people cross paths, like one should give way, you know, like, excuse me, like ganun. So I was giving way, but then all of a sudden, when he was very close to me, he grabbed my boob. He grabbed it, like, really, like, you know, squeezed it even. And for a moment there, I was, in an instant, I was like blanked. Like, why did it happen? How can I let my guard down that way? But because this is not the first time that I experienced an assault, parang my mind was like, hey, remember our training? So my mind was like, I right away turned back because he passed me already. I right away turned back and I hit his back. And when I hit his back, he was just like that to me. And he just kept on walking. He kept on walking his way. So like, I like, all the adrenaline was rushing already, and like, fuck, this happened to me again. So I didn't stop like chasing him, following him. So I just like kept on knocking his back and say, hey, why did you do that? You grabbed my boob, you grabbed my boob. And he said, no, I didn't grab your boob. And he said, he just kept on walking. And while he was walking, I was taking off my phone and I was like shooting a video of him, like, this is the guy who grabbed my boob. At the same time, I was shouting at people on the street, saying, this guy grabbed my boob. This guy grabbed my boob. There's nothing to be ashamed of because it was not your fault now why somebody touched you or assaulted you. So that's what I did. I kept on shouting at people, this guy grabbed my boob. And like, the people who have heard of me first, parang they were like looking at me weirdly. They didn't do anything. So I kept on following the guy until the next block. And luckily in that block, because I live in that area nearby, so luckily in that block some guys helped me. Like, they were because they can hear me shouting that this guy grabbed my boob, and they stopped him and asked him what happened. and then he was saying I was the one who assaulted him. I pushed him down. And then I like slapped him down, like ganon. Like I didn't understand because he was speaking in another language, but like the way he acts is like parang ganon. And like buti na lang the guy also translated what he said, and he said, this guy is saying that you slapped him. Is that true? I said, no, don't believe him. He grabbed my boob first, and that's why I slapped him. So I was telling the guys, please don't let him go anywhere. I am calling the police now, and the police will be here anytime soon, and I want to bring him to the police station. At that time, I also called Emil to come, and buti na lang also he was in the vicinity, so he was able to be there right away. My sister was also there after a few minutes, and the police came, and we took him to the police station. He was taken to another police station, and I was taken to another police station. So parang he was being interrogated there. I was also being my statement was also being taken on the other police station. Just for everybody's information, if you're a foreigner here in Maldives and something like that happens to you, they will be asking for your sponsor. At first, I did not understand what sponsor. I don't have a sponsor here. But then they said, it's your Maldivian boss or somebody who is like Maldivian who will vouch for you, or you know, who will be there for you. So I called right away my boss, and he was very, very supportive. I was very embarrassed because that time, like, we were having parang a very like long day at work. I was so embarrassed, like I had to call him there, and luckily, and I'm so thankful that he went. And yun, but later on, parang they didn't need him na pala, because like I'm literate and I'm capable to speak English fluently. So parang I got shy nga na he took his time to go to the police station, and they didn't even need him there. So yeah, they took my statement. It took parang 2-3 hours in the police station. They were taking my statement, and then they were asking for proof of what happened, which I didn't have. I only had my statement, but I told them, since this happened in a very public road, and this is the road that I always pass by every day, I know that this road has CCTV cameras. So I told them that this road has CCTV cameras, so please check the cameras in that area. And in just 30 minutes to 1 hour, they already have the CCTV, and they showed it to me, and it really showed what happened. Parang that's when all of the memories came back rushing, and I remembered, I mean, I didn't remember, but I saw in the video, like I was such a poor girl, because after he grabbed my boob, like I crouched because of pain, because it's really painful. Like it's not just hipo, it's really like sunggab, you know. And I really crouched, but like I was very quick also, that after I didn't like, parang I didn't spend much time crouching. Like I right away stood up and turned around and hit him in the back. So like, cool girl. I didn't expect that from me though, and luckily I had that reaction. So yeah, and then after a few more like hours in the station, they finally told me that the guy who assaulted you admitted to the police that about what happened. Like he confessed, like it was true, that what he did was true. So he's gonna be detained. And I said, is there going to be a case? And then yeah, there's going to be a case against him. It's gonna be sexual assault, harassment, violence, so like all those stuff. I couldn't even remember anymore. Like my mind is so blank already from what happened, and I'm so tired. I just came from work and I didn't have dinner yet, but I said I'm gonna push through whatever it takes. So then they asked me to get like a forensic, they called a forensic expert to come in and take photos of my chest because it's really hurting. I felt like there's a bruise inside. And then when the forensic photographer came, we had to she had to take photo of my body, but then there was no bruise, there was no visual, you know, like visual bruise. So what they did was they took me to the hospital. They filed a medical legal report request, and that's when the doctor took me in and examined me and found out that I have some bruising on my chest. So yeah, that report was there. And they also took my top, the one that I was wearing that day, for fingerprints. So quite impressive their service was. I mean, the police, like, they were very cooperative, and they were very, you know, supportive of me, like, getting justice. I'm very happy. I'm very happy about it. Like, it was not for nothing, you know. And he was detained, and he was taken to court, and he was again, like, parang remanded. But later on, just around end of June, I got a message that he might be released because of he has parang mental illness daw. He has some problem, like his social problems and mental problems. So and he had to take a psychological test. And later on, I found out he failed the psychological test, which means he has mental sickness, and he was released. But even though he was released, parang I still get calls from gender ministry and from the police for investigation. Like, they would ask about me, how's my state of mind, and what are the effects of what happened to me, like to my work and to my lifestyle. So yeah, and I asked them, why do you still have to ask me these things? Because, you know, the guy was released, so what can I do? And then they said na he's only released under probation, so if something happens again, or if like the court like mandates that he goes back to the ano daw, to detention, then these statements from you will help. So yun, that's why that's why I was in hiatus for a month. I just didn't have the energy, you know, to speak in front of the camera, to act happy, to act energized and confident, because all that. How can, you know, a simple act as that, like a simple, like walking lang, going home, affect me, like, holistically, that I can't even, like, talk like this. I was able to go to work, and I'm very, 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 very thankful for my bosses, because they gave me time off. Like, they told me that what happened to me was very traumatic, and of course they can give me time off. I can just come back whenever I feel ready, but I didn't take it. I really appreciate it, but I didn't take it because, as I've said, I'm the kind of person who will deal with it by not dealing with it. So I prefer working, you know, be productive, so that I don't have to always think about it. And I think I'll just get crazy, and, you know, if I'm here at home. A lot of people were telling me na I'm so brave for fighting and for, you know, like, getting my assailant, you know, in jail for going for justice. But parang it's not really that. I mean, I was just so fed up. I didn't have the parang mindset na, no, I'm strong, I'm brave, I'm gonna put you to jail. No, I didn't have that mindset. I was just like, I'm so fed up. This keeps on happening to me. Like, no matter how I try to be safe, or no matter how I try to avoid these types of people, they keep on finding me. Now, parang tama na. So I followed him, and no, like, I will bring you to jail. I'm so tired. It was like that. It was that kind of mindset. It's not like I'm a foreigner, I'm a I'm a like this, so I can put you in jail. No, it was not like that. If you have seen the videos, I was just really helpless. If you look at it, I was like crying and I was shaking. It's like again this happened to me. So yeah, so sad. Anyway, I hope I've been able to give you tips on what to do next time. So yun, number one is to always attract attention and try to get people to notice what's going on. Because if you've been robbed, or if something happens to you, like if a fire is going on, like, you will not just keep quiet, right? You will, of course, you will have to shout and ask for help. So the same thing is gonna happen for like assault victims. You're not just gonna keep quiet. Like that's the mindset kasi of most like women. Like, my dignity has been trodden because he assaulted me, he touched me, blah blah blah. But it's really not your dignity that's been trodden. It should be the guy who should be ashamed. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you stay safe, y'all, and may all of these, you know, the violence against us women and being treated as objects, may this be put to end soon. I hope I will still see a world where like women will be respected and women can walk on the streets without, you know, fear of being groped and being assaulted. That's all, and I'll see you again next week. Bye guys.